Wave in Louisville, Kentucky. This is Listens Live.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon to you, and thanks for joining us here on Wave Listens Live. I'm your host, Brian Schlonsky. As always, we have got a wonderful show ready for you today as we take you right to the rundown now and show you who you can expect. We've got Advantage Roofing and Construction here today. They are talking all things roofing. Call Your Law Firm is coming up as well with what you need to do if you're in an accident and an upcoming event. But up first here today, we have Louisville Family Audiology. Dr. Abigail Sweeney is the CEO and a clinical audiologist. She is always joining us when we do these segments, so welcome back.
Thank you so much.
But Denita Arnold is joining us today, and you're a patient and an advocate, so welcome to Listens.
Yes, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Let's start with you, Doctor. Just talk about why we decided to bring a guest with you today.
So I have brought the lovely Denita with me today, and she is just a beautiful patient of ours, beautiful on the inside and out, but she is just really an advocate for hearing healthcare and making sure that you take care of your hearing loss. And so I just thought that it was a really great opportunity for me to bring a face to the show, to show people and to let people listen to an actual patient and their experience.
We always love when you're here because you highlight some of the things that people need to know about. So on the patient side of things, let's hear about your hearing journey.
Well, I went into the doctor to just get my hearing checked. I wanted to make sure that just physiologically everything was okay. And I got sent down to the hallway to this amazing office to get my hearing checked. Now, I had had it checked before at a place I'm not going to mention, but it wasn't probably as reputable as Dr. Sweeney's. Yeah, different experience. But it's fine, but different experience. But what I learned is that my family was getting tired of me saying, Can you say that again? I'm sorry. What did you say? Can you stop mumbling? You know, all those kinds of things. And they'd say, Mom, can you just go get your hearing checked? And I'm like, I don't need my hearing checked. Like, I'm too young to have my hearing checked. So when I went to the doctor, one of the things that he explained to me was how when you have hearing loss, it can take away from your short-term memory. Well, I'm like, I'm getting older. I don't want to wait until I can't remember anything.
Right.
So that was really striking news to me. It was very important for me to figure out what I needed to do. So going down the hall was probably one of the best things that ever happened to me. And when I got there, they did the hearing test. She's like, yeah, you can't hear like T, M, N, Z. I'm like, wait, those are all the letters of the alphabet. So I was like, okay, so maybe my family was right.
Good thing I came here today.
Yeah, good thing I came here today. And so then I remember making the decision. It took me a long time. Actually, it took me about a year to make the decision.
Oh,
wow. I felt like I'm a little young. Well, full disclosure, I'm not young, but for hearing aids, stereotypically, I would say I would be considered young. And the doctor had explained to me, you know, some people wait till they're in their 70s and then they do this, and that by that time, you know, you've really lost some of your short-term memory. So that didn't make sense to me. So I waited about a year. I think it took me a minute to really decide if this was something that I wanted to do, and I'm so glad, and I am such an advocate for people getting their hearing checked now.
Well, we're glad that you're sharing your experience because people do need to hear these stories. One thing that we talk about when you come on, hearing aids is, I know, maybe a sensitive subject to some people. They don't want to hear about it. What was your experience with hearing aids? So
one, they have a great team. And I'm very fortunate to know a couple of audiologists in town, and then they just have a really great team, and they made it so easy for me to go in. And I remember the first time I put them in, and Dr. Raymer, she goes, whoa, and I said, whoa, what just happened? She goes, your voice just went down like 4 octaves. So
really?
That meant that I was talking loud to even hear myself. And so the experience was just super great. I mean, just the tuning. I mean, some people say, oh, you can go to the big box store and you can get them for this much money. And I don't know about the financial cost for anybody, but I do know it's worth it to get your hearing checked. And the experience can be even better if you go to a specialist in the area. So my hearing aids are tuned for my hearing specifically. And knowing that I can go and get them checked, that they answer any of my needs, I can get them serviced, all those types of things are really, really important. So it's not just about, oh, I can hear now. It's like, how is my hearing? Like, I want my hearing to be tuned in for me, not just for the sake of hearing.
Average consumer,
yeah, exactly, exactly. So it's really important.
That's a great message, I think, to others who are in this position where maybe it's time to go get your hearing checked. For people that are nervous about it or have waited, you mentioned it took you a year.
Yeah.
What would you say to say, hey, let's not be scared of this?
I wish I hadn't waited so long, but it was okay because I'm relatively on, it wasn't like dire need for me. It was like, this would be a really good thing for you to do. So in my case, it wasn't an emergency. It wasn't something that I had to do right away. But I think even if you go and get your hearing checked and just decide if it's something for you, even if it takes you a year to decide, whatever the time, at least go and learn and know. Because if you can't make a decision based on something you're not educated on.
Right.
So go and learn.
Go and learn.
Yeah.
Well, Dr. Sweeney, you always make that fun. I know there's an event that we're going to discuss today. I was reading, okay, gelato trucks, we've got free hearing aids, there's grand openings, so it sounds like a lot of fun. What do we need to know?
It's a party.
So it is a party. It is a party. The Lord has blessed me and Louisville Family Audiology so well, and I just want to bless the community with a fun little grand opening. I hope it's not little. I hope it's bigger. A grand opening ribbon cutting event on May 9th from 3 to 6. We'll be cutting the actual ribbon at 4 o'clock. But I've got Spot's gelato truck coming. We've got charcuterie cups. We've got beverages, and of course I'm going to be giving away a free pair of hearing aids to somebody that attends, which is a $7,200 value, and that includes the follow-up care for 3 years as well. So that's a really big give, but I felt very called to do that because the Lord has blessed me, and I want to bless somebody in the community with that. And so that's going to be something that that we give away at that event. And I'm super excited, and I'm just praying that people come and see what Louisville Family Audiology is all about.
Well, we had the QR code popped up there to make it easy to RSVP and find out more information. What is your hope because we know people are going to come, you're going to come. What do you think those interactions are going to be like for you with the public and with the community that you already have done such great work with?
Yeah, I just am excited for people to really see that Louisville Family Audiology, we really are a family. We have the best team. Like, I have the best team ever, audiologists and support staff. I really do. We have such a great culture, and I just want people to feel enveloped with that love and compassion that we have, and so that it can kind of take the ease and the nerves away from people that aren't patients currently, to know that this is a place where we genuinely care about your ears, we care about your brain, we care about you as a whole person. And so I'm just praying that event is it puts that out into the community.
I think it will. The grand opening and ribbon cutting May 9th of this year. Give us the information. We've got this popped up here, and again, we can scan the QR code. But if anybody needs your services in general, especially after hearing the stories here today.
I know. I'm so grateful for Denita to come. We have 2 locations. One in St. Matthews. It's our brand new, beautiful location at 4802 Sherburne Lane. That's right behind St. Matthews Mall. And then we have another location in Oldham County, conveniently located off of I-71. It's very, very easy to get to, even for people in the east end of Louisville. Crestwood's a great location, easy parking. Our telephone number is 502-215-8139, and you can call or text that line.
Easy enough. Well, it was great to see you. Thank you for coming on today.
Thank you so much.
Sharing your story, and we can't wait for the big event.
Thank you. Thanks, Brian.
All right, stay with us here on Wave Listens Live. 2 more great segments to go. Call your law firm coming up next. Great information for you on what to do if you're injured.